I don't know. I think a lot of the singers kind of sounded alike. There was a lot of rock, a lot of pop, even a lot of like this folky, like new age kind of weird stuff.
Macy Gray getting shot twice after drinking a quart of gin.
There's a lot of that, which I just think is a style. I don't know if I would call it singing, but
searching.
Yes.
I'll do it for you. I don't want your image to look bad. My image looks bad to begin with. Ellie Critelli's here at WNYradio.com. The Thomas Loop heard on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. I took a hiatus. I had to go into a bunker for about 6 weeks. Noah dug me out. You can hear Noah's Ark here at 6 p.m. Wednesdays. The CEO right here does all the work. He's on 6 p.m. Oh, please. Oh, Baxter. I won't start with movie lines yet. Jenny. Among Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had me 14 Dr. Peppers that day.
Shot in the buttock.
Yes, they call the $1 million wound. I haven't seen a penny. Want to see? Oh, boy.
Here we go.
Yes. Your project, Among Us, how did that come about? Describe the whole, just timeline it, Facebook style. Timeline it. That's an inside joke.
Which I hate that, by the way.
Yes. I succumbed, by the way. Did you? Timeline made me its B word.
I refuse.
2 days ago, I was gonna hold out, and then I looked at the design and was like, that's bold. Because
I've got to say that I am really disappointed because you said you were going to hang on until the end. Until the end, man.
The bitter end, March 26th.
Tom, you didn't hang on to the end.
I didn't. I just hung on to my ankles.
It's only like another week. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm sorry. I love you, and you know this, but
it's all right. I call myself out. I just did it here.
Wait, in a week it switches over?
Yeah, about a week or so.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
My music page, I did the switch, but...
Yeah. But I saw something on there, and I liked how it looked, and it wasn't a picture of me, so that's a plus. And I said, this makes sense. This is a very... For advertising, for promoting, for PR and all that stuff, and I just said, I have to switch the timeline.
I can respect that.
I separated my own shoulder, kind of like what Mel Gibson did in Lethal Weapon 4 and ran into a pole. And, no, I didn't. And then it just, I just said, all right, I have to do it. I can understand what the stance is. Gotta do it. As a president of another generation. So, Among Us.
Yeah.
The process, the whole thing, how did that come about? Were you sought after?
No, it was nothing like that. I had a high school friend, Mike Berlinski, who was working for them doing engineer work at GCR. And so I guess...
We'll separate it. GCR. What's GCR?
Good Carmel Records.
Okay.
Yeah, Robbie Takak's label, studio.
Well,
and,
we just need to explain this so the listeners can know what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. So he worked for them, and I guess Robbie was asking him if he knew anyone that could sing and write and do the whole thing. So Mike contacted me, and then the rest is history. I met with Robbie in the studio. We also worked with the guy Brian Schulmeister from Los Angeles. He did a lot of the he sort of laid down the beats.
Yeah.
And then we would write lyrics and melody over whatever they gave us. But yeah, it was very fun. It went on for a few years, and we got to even open for the B-52s at Rocket at the Knox. Yeah, it was great.
Nice.
Good experience.
So you played in, I'm a Buffalo State guy, so the landmarks sort of had sentimental value to me. What was it like at Rocket at the Knox, the setup there?
Oh, my God, it was amazing. I want to say there were definitely 1,000 people or more. It was so much fun. It sounds cheesy, but to feel like famous for like a second.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody wants that shot.
Yeah, it was a great crowd, really good night, and I don't know. I like to tell people that we opened for them.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right. We have one thing in common.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Only I didn't sing the national anthem. I played at formerly HSBC Arena.
Now, First Niagara.
First Niagara Center now.
You did?
Yes.
When?
2004 March. It was quick. Long story short, I didn't start playing out until I was 29. I'm 53 now.
No, you're
I'll
not.
be 37 in July. Yeah. I look good.
That's what I was gonna say.
I don't know if you heard me. I did over 1,000. Anyway, I played in the arena at 2004 for Bandits game, and but my first show was at Good Bar, and I opened for a guy named Kevin McCarthy, and it was an emergency guitarist, and my partner's like, "You want to stick around?" And we had a phone call, and word got back to me through Kevin. They want you to play a Bandits game. It was the only third time I played.
Wow.
So, wow, yes.
Were you sweating?
I was. Usually I just get fired up and try to calm myself down.
Yeah.
But at this point I was like, just hit the first note the right way, man, and then we can get this thing rolling.
Yeah.
What's it like? You sang the national anthem for
the Sabres games.
Sabres games?
Yeah. I mean, I've sung them different places, but that's my biggest.
Sold out crowd, 19,000 people, 19,000 people. What is it like? Because you really are the tone setter. I mean, people listen to you.
Yeah.
They actually listen to you, and you're televised. Explain that.
Well, first of all, the carpet that they lay down is even more slippery than walking on the ice alone.
Really?
Let's just talk about that. No, it was so cool, but I was so nervous, and I'm not really a singer that gets nervous.
Right.
I just get excited and, amped up, but I was so nervous. I had my pitch pipe. I wanted to make sure I started in the right key, make sure I remembered the words. I was staring at the flags, like trying not to think about the fact that I was, an ant compared to
Yes.
the entire arena.
Yes.
No, it was very, very cool, though. Once again, I had a friend hook me up with that gig, so helps to know people and people know you.
You mean it just happened to fall on? It just happened out of nowhere. You could say that.
Yeah, no, literally. He called me. He's like, "Oh, are you interested?" Yeah, yeah, I am.
That's it. And when were you concerned about hitting your first note? Obviously, I'm going to ask you the obvious question, but you've been through it.
Yeah,
and it's for the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah,
Captain Obvious's favorite team.
Sporting the jersey.
Yes.
I was definitely nervous. That's why I had my pitch pipe, but it went well. I got asked back to do it again, so.
Very, very, very cool. Ellie Critelli's here at allwnYradio.com. She's in the Thomas Loop for a nice stay here as I try to gain my breath. I don't know what I have. I don't know if it's allergies or the cold that's going around. It's been 80 degrees in Western New York when it's normally 20.
Yeah, I just got over a sinus infection and throat infection. So I know what you're talking about.
This is great.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of nasally, we have a guy originally from Minnesota. We have our nasal accents going on here, who's transplanted in Texas. And I'm going to notify him that, he's an outstanding marathoner. It's going on 30 years since, the holy grail of long-distance running, if you're a marathon runner, is making the Boston Marathon. Now, making it, you have to qualify in a certain time.
Right.
This guy was going toe-to-toe with the number one marathoner in the world 30 years ago. His name is Dick Beardsley, and people didn't expect him to roll with the number one guy, who's Alberto Salazar. I don't expect you to know these names or anything, but it's in distance running history, it still stands out to this day. But we will not talk about that. We're about to call him here right now.
All right.
Hello, Dick speaking.
Hello, Dick Beardsley. How are you? It's a hoarse-voiced Tom Proctor in the Thomas Loop. How are you tonight?
Hey, Tom. Good. How are you?
Doing well. First of all, thank you very much for your time. I understand there's an extraordinary amount of business going on for your event coming up later this March, which isn't too long from now. First of all, happy birthday, by the way.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Tom. And no, listen, I'm just tickled that you have me on.
It's his second time on, listeners. You can give us a call afterward at 716-402-4218. This is Dick Beardsley. He's got an incredible incredible what they call a CV if you would hand over a job to like for applying for a job in college. 13 consecutive times. I'm going to give him the Cliff Notes version. He has run his fastest time faster than the other time he's run before 13 straight times. Wow. What's that? What is that like, by the way? I mean, how are you able to prepare yourself to do it 13 consecutive times?
Well, Tom, I tell you, it was a total of fluke. I didn't even know about there was such a record, and then I didn't even know that I actually broke some record until about 2 years afterwards when my best friend Mike Dunlap called me and he says, Beards, he said, have you seen the latest fourth edition of the Guinness World Book of Records? He said, you're in it. I said, what? I said, for what? And then he told me, and I tell you, Tom, it was just one of those things that, when I started running marathons, I had no idea. I didn't know I was ever going to become a 208 marathoner. I ran 2:47, my very first one in 1977, and then they just progressively got, a little faster and a little faster. And when the closest it ever came to, breaking that 13 before I finally, it stopped after the 2:09:36 at the Grand Marathon in 1981 was.
Yeah.
I ran the Houston Marathon in 1981 and finished second to Bill Rogers and ran, I think, 2:12:48. And then 3 weeks later, I was invited to Japan to run the Beppu International Marathon, and I ran, I finished third there and ran 2:12:41. But again, it wasn't like I was trying to bring it down each time. It was just I'd go in there to try to run as fast as I could, and it just happened to be that that's the way it ended up after 13 of them.
That's 26.2 miles. Can you imagine it? Dick Beardsley's with us, all WNYradio.com in the Thomas Loop. Today's his 35th birthday, and he's...
Did you say 35, Tom?
Yes. I was waiting for the pause. It worked. You have... It's an out of the. I'm going to ask you a couple of out of the box questions having nothing to do with running. You have an out of the box event that's going on. Generally, when a person goes to a 5K or an event, they're socializing and you make it into an event. Whether if you're the fastest guy or the person just signing up, it's an event. You've decided to go a whole other route. What are you doing, and when is it at, and what in your right mind came up with this idea?
Well, there was a bunch of us, some members of our Dick Beardsley Foundation board thought, okay, well, what can we do, something different to maybe raise some money for the foundation to help people with chemical dependencies? And one of our board members said, well, what don't we do a virtual 5K? And I'd never heard of that being done before, where, people from around the world can run a 5K wherever they are. It can be they can go out and run a 5K out in their, in their neighborhood, or maybe they're running a 5K that weekend, or a 10K, or even a marathon. They can take their best 5K split. They send in the results, and it's not based on all the prizes. We got a ton of prizes, including 100 pair of 890s from New Balance, which was just unbelievable. But it's not based on time. It's just based on kind of where you might finish. Like for, let's just say, for instance, whoever has the best time in 208th place because of the 208 I ran years ago, they'll win a really nice prize. We got books from Bill Rogers and Bart Yasso, Joni Benoit Samuelson, Catherine Switzer. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And the neat thing, Tom, is on that day, March 31st, you can go to, between now and then, you can go to atw5k.com, and you can get more information, and you can register there. And it's only $25, and all the proceeds go back to the Dick Beardsley Foundation. You get a really neat virtual goodie bag, so it's just like almost going to a virtual expo. And then, but get this, on that day, you could be running with people like Catherine Switzer, Andy Burfoot, my good buddy Bart Yasso, my good friend Bill Rogers, Frank Shorter, Joni Benoit Samuelson. The list goes on and on of some of the world's greatest runners. You'll be running with them on that day in the same race, although it might be halfway around the world. It doesn't matter. You're still running in that race. So, we're giving this a try, and I'm really excited about it. And my hat goes off to some of the people involved, Paul Martin and his wife Patty, and Janet Keane, and others that have been just working so hard on this event. My wife Jill and others have been working so hard on this event, and we're really excited about it.
Dick Beardsley is with us here at allwnyradio.com, and Thomas Loop. I'm Tom Proctor. Dick Beardsley, do you like music at all?
I love music. In fact, just before you called, Tom, I was playing my guitar.
All right. We're all right. He's in the loop. That's awesome. I have guest here, Allie Critelli. She's a tremendous singer. She's only 24 years old, but she's seen and experienced that musicians would probably scratch and claw to have a chance at. She's auditioned for The Voice. She made it down to near final cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow.
And yes, she's also part of a project. I don't know if you've heard of the Goo Goo Dolls.
I have.
Okay. The bass player, Robbie Takak, did a side project called Among Us, and she was one of the singers, correct?
Right.
Do you have any questions for Dick Beardsley, by the way?
I don't know. Whatever he's talking about sounds pretty amazing. I wish I could even run half a mile, but I have asthma and I would pass out. But no, I'm very impressed.
I tell you, Allie, I wish I could sing like you, because I sing like an old coon dog howling up in the woods for a raccoon up in a tree. So
that's the Minnesota coming out in you, right?
It is.
He's transplanted in, believe in Austin, Texas, correct?
Yes, Austin, Texas now, but I grew up and was raised up in Minnesota, lived there for 51 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Dick Beardsley's with us. Thank you for your time. What music do you listen to, and is there some athletes like to have music to fire them up, some others don't listen? Which type are you?
I'm one, Tom, that, I never, ever run with earphones and a headset, or out running to listen to music. I love listening to the music that nature provides me every morning when I'm out there running. But my favorite type of music is country music. I mean, that old Barbara Mandrell song, I was country before country was whatever, popular or something. Yeah. I mean, I can remember as a kid out milking cows in the barn and having the radio on, and we had, it was old time country. And I like the new country artists, but I'm really a huge, Merle Haggard, George Jones, Dolly Parton, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, that kind of music, man, I could listen to all day long.
And how long have you been playing guitar for? Still there?
Oh, yep, I'm here, Tom.
Oh, yes. How long have you been playing guitar for?
Well, my mom got me a guitar when I was about 12 years old, and, I took lessons for a little bit, but, I don't pick up on things real easy. But yeah. I'll tell you what, I know about a half dozen chords, but with those half dozen chords, you can play a zillion songs, and, I write my own songs. And, in fact, I've actually played a few of them at some of the talks that I've given around the country, whether it be to runners or to corporate events. I don't pull the guitar very often because, I don't know what it is. When I'm at home playing, I'm fine. I get in front of, a few hundred people, and it's like my hands get all sweaty, and I miss a chord here and there. But if I do pull it out in the public, even though I'm sure I'm not anywhere close to Allie, but they know that I'm giving it my best anyhow.
It's all right.
We were talking about nerves earlier, but
oh yes.
I could just let you know that I'm jealous that you can even play 6 chords, because I can't. I can't even do that.
No, I've got to tell myself I like to, I like to pick the guitar, and I do a little strumming, but mainly picking. And when I write my songs, they kind of just they come to me. I can't just sit down and write a song, but it's mostly about personal stuff, things that have happened in my life. And I know every year when we put on my running camp back up in my hometown at Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, our camp director, Jan Seeley, always opening night when all the campers get there, we always do a little Dick Beardsley concert, and I play some of these old songs that I've written over the years, and it's a lot of fun.
Dick Beardsley, thank you so much for your time. One more time, please promote and any sort of you're the founder. Obviously, my name is Camp It Obvious. I've already used that term once. The founder of the Dick Beardsley Foundation, the ATW5K coming up. Go ahead and plug away.
Well, thank you, Tom. Yeah, it's coming up on Saturday, March 31st. And if you'd like more information or to register, registration is only $25. You get a virtual goodie bag. You've got a chance to win some just wonderful prizes. I mean, it really is amazing. And it all happens on March 31st. And you can do it. You can run the 5K out your neighborhood in a race, in a longer race. Just take your best 5K time. And you can run with some of the best runners that'll be competing in the ATW 5K that day, including people like Bill Rogers, Andy Burfoot, Frank Shorter, Joni Benoit Samuelson, Bart Yassel, Catherine Switzer, race director of the Boston Marathon, Dave McGilvery. I mean, it goes on and on. So we really hope that people sign up and help support the Dick Beardsley Foundation. And I appreciate everybody that does. And Tom, I appreciate you spreading the word like this, and all of our many, many sponsors that we have to help put this on, and the folks that are doing all the work on it. I can't thank them all enough.
Dick Beardsley, thank you very much for your time. I'll definitely be keeping in touch with you further down the road, no pun intended. I hope this event is an extraordinary success. I will be keeping tabs on it. Hell, I may even sign up. And I haven't run a step, by the way, in about 2 years.
Well, sounds good, yeah. Tom. You can walk it if you need to.
All right. Thank you so much. You take care, and thank you.
You too.
Thanks to Jake.
Yep, bye-bye.
Take care. Dick Beardsley, allwnyradio.com, is coming up on the 30th anniversary of what's known as a Duel in the Sun of the Boston Marathon, in which he went toe-to-toe with Alberto Salazar. He's a multi-marathon winner, Dick Beardsley, as well, and he's coming up with that. That was an incredible concept. I'm sort of tripping over myself twice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ellie Critelli is with me right now. You brought some tracks for me. Which one of them would you like to be played right now?
Well, I would like to promote the demo that I did with Wednesday Addams, local female rapper. She and I wrote a song called Love You for Who You Are, and we wrote it around the time that all these kids started getting more bullied in school and harassed, and we wrote it about being non-racist and just sort of appreciating everybody around you and loving yourself for who you are. So, yeah, I guess we should play that, track 4.
Track 4? Okay, we're going to do this right now here at allwnyradio.com. Heard Wednesdays at 8 p.m. And thank you very much.
But there's a whole world out there where you belong. And I know you hear all this about right and wrong, but that's no reason to end it and be done. Now I'm no temple, mosque, church going hater, but I believe God loves all that he created. It's hard living where you judge no color and race. I'm saying walk proud and show your face.
There's so many out there right now that's afraid to be just who they are. Keep it all locked in inside themselves, and that creates a scar. What a shame we've been handed and branded with these prejudices. Mom and dad so sad they wish they had you back. Hugs and kisses, but they can't right now. 6 feet down on the ground, it's you they're missing. Never knew you would lose your life doing what's right for you in a world so twisted. Time to rise up and fight for those that can't fend for self, that got no strength in. Everybody wanna point them fingers judging. Now tell me who's sinning, who's sinning?
and judge who we are, but they know nothing about me to say it all. Rather than judging me, banning me, hating, standing idle, why don't you walk in my shoes for a minute or a mile? Every boy and girl is the strength and grace we need. Don't listen to the judgments that other people preach, because you are you and I am me, and that's the beauty of our diversity.
What's it really gonna take for you to accept this diversity? We were all born uniquely, and equally he set us free. Every single little flaw you try to find in others, why you searching? Throw stones at your own glass house, cut that out, nobody's perfect. You don't even understand is that the man you praised and gave him purpose. Why you wanna throw shackles on him? Contradicting words are worthless. Love doesn't ever lie to you or try to do the things that's gonna hurt you. It's slow to anger. Hope this banger coach is teaching virtue. Alert you.
That is Ali Critelli, who is with me here at allwnyradio.com. Thank you very much for giving up your time. I understand that you're very busy and you're against the clock right now.
Thank you for having me.
And that was with Wednesday Addams, a song entitled
Love You for Who You Are.
And man, that was pretty cool stuff here.
Thanks.
You can also access us at Ustream at any time after the show, as well as if you're watching us live, and on iTunes and on FeedBurner. I will be posting it on my Facebook page. It will automatically go to my Twitter feed. The Thomas Loop, very simple, like me, and it's good to go for as long as you want. You want to sit back and chill out and listen to this podcast, this abomination that I'm doing, and Allie's carrying me. Her back's getting sore from carrying the team tonight.
Oh, you don't give yourself enough credit, Tom.
I just joke, But anyway, any other tracks on here that stand out? I mean, you brought the EP in here, and you said there was a clip with a certain musician that you played over the weekend at Templeton's Landing with another certain musician who we'll be speaking with in about 15 minutes from now.
Yes, and I wish I could stick around for that. Why don't you can go ahead and play number one. It's just a little demo that Jamie Holka and Corey Kurtz and I, it's a cover. I hate to say I can't remember off the top of my head which one it might be. I think it's Preacher Man by a Dusty Spring. Yeah, there we go.
It's good here at allwnyradio.com.
Billy Ray was a preacher's son. When his daddy would visit, he'd come along. When they gathered around and started talking, Cousin Billy would take me walking. Through the backyard we go walking. Then he look into my eyes. Lord knows to my surprise, the only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only one who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. He was. Ooh, yes, he was. Being good isn't always easy, no matter how hard I tried. When he started sweet talking to me, he come and tell me everything is alright. Kiss and tell me everything is alright. Can I get away tonight? The only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only one who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. He was. Oh, yes, he was.
There was a clip there, about a minute and 27 seconds. If you're scoring at home, Ali Critelli with Jamie Holka and Corey Kurtz. We're here at allwnyradio.com. Heard Wednesdays is the Thomas Loop. I'm Tom Proctor. Again, you can look us up on Ustream under All WNY Radio. We all have 4 channels separate from All WNY Radio. You can just click on, and here we are. But I'll just make your lives easier if you just request me on Facebook.
Doesn't that make it so much easier?
Yes, and I will just, yeah.
I love Facebook.
Hi, Ustream.
Hi, Facebook.
You give us a call. Sometimes people call, sometimes people don't call, and that's okay. 716-402-4218. As Noah said earlier, it is a 24-hour line. You can leave your distraught, drunken messages after Sabres games, which are up 2-0, by the way, against the Montreal Canadiens. That's right.
Wow.
You can win all those Stanley Cups. Montreal, but not tonight.
Yeah, buddy.
Any more? Yeah, Jersey Shore reference. Any more shows coming up for yourself? Location, place, specific times, specific addresses that can come off the top of your head because we are on the World Wide Web.
Yes. My next show is actually going to be with the Ali Critelli Trio Band with Jamie Holk on guitar. To be announced, pending maybe a certain musician by the name of Jay Moynihan, who I believe you're going to have on the show coming up.
Yes.
And it's at DBGB's on Allen Street, and it's going to be from 6:30 to 9:30. It is a happy hour gig, so please come out and support.
And smile.
Yes. And you can actually go to my music Facebook page. It's www.facebook.com/pages/Ali Critelli Music. That's ALICRITELLI Music. And I post a lot of my shows on there. You can hear some of my music. And yeah.
And I'll be sure to post it up on my Facebook page, The Thomas Loop. No more shameless plugs on my part.
I have no shame.
And that's hey, it's part of the business.
Yeah.
You must have no shame. A wise man once told me it's better to bear the shame than bear the pain.
Oh, yeah.
And on that note, I'm going to play the third track on here. What is the third track?
It's called Play Me a Fool, another one by Wednesday Addams and I. A little sassy number there.
Sassy number here, played at allwnyradio.com, the Thomas Loop.
Twisted, baby, I'm gonna play it too. You see me smiling, baby, I'm smiling right at you. You think it's cute to be all sly and cowardly? Well, your cuteness is getting you nowhere, and you're not coming back to me. I'm a good girl, honey, sweet little love me, honey. Reach to do everything right, never put up a fight unless you play me funny. You think I handle it cool? See what I do to you? I ain't gonna cry over you, 'cause you're not with my tears, now you play me. And I don't give a damn about ya. Just sick of the drama, you and lil' mama up in the club. I'm about to flip it around, reverse the role. I told you so, I'm really bouncing. You better be glad that you ever had a chick like me. I doubt you find another lover like the one that I became to you. I caught you being tricky, now I'm bitchy and I'm framing you. I dare you to, don't flip the blame, that shit's so lame. I swear to you, I'm scared of you. Now here's the truth, you did it to me, I'ma do it to you. Good girl, honey, sweet little love me, honey. Reach to do everything right, never put up a fight that you play me funny. You think I handle it cool? See what I do to you? I ain't gonna cry over you, 'cause you're not with my tears, now you play me. You can't play me, you can't play me, you can't play me, you can't play me a fool. You can't play me, you can't play me, you can't play me, you can't play me. Class Cadillac, but can't you switch it up and show you how to handle it? I'm not the jealous type, I'm not your toy tonight. I get even, I get dirty. You're going down tonight. Now quit being mad just because I'm glad we call it the karma, baby. You've been out there flipping chicks with so many booze, you choose to play me. You thinking I'm dumb, quit sipping the rum, don't take me for these other chicken heads that lay in bed with you of late. You're not going home with
me tonight. You chose your fight, it's on and poppin'. You thinking you're sly, you like to lie. I hate to cry, I'm hopping up and out the situation quicker than a bunny rabbit. Too many times you done the crime, don't play me a fool, you done them laughing.
I'm a good girl, honey, sweet little love me, honey. Reach to do everything right, never put up a fight that you play me funny. You think I handle it cool, well, see what I do to you. I ain't gonna cry over you, cause you're not with my tears, now you play me. You can't play me, 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 fool, can't play me, you can't play me, you can't play me, you're going down tonight, tonight, tonight.
Some more of that Allie Critelli with Wednesday Adams here at allwnyradio.com. I have Allie Critelli here in the Thomas Loop. It's been a while since I've been on. The last guy I had on was actually Jamie Holka a few weeks ago.
Ironically.
I'd say coincidentally.
My guy.
I wouldn't say ironic. It sounds negative.
Yeah. You're right.
I don't want to make irony of this. Podcast out toward the weekend on iTunes and FeedBurner and Ustream. As soon as this is over, you can stream us. It's terrible. I'm going. All right, forget it. Allie's going to take it here. I'm going to, whatever.
No, don't leave me.
Unbelievable.
I don't do this.
In a few minutes, we're going to be calling Jay Moynihan live from Chicago. He's a member of BMR4. He's been the Buddy Guy Band for 7 years. Also Berkeley School. And here's our mascot, by the way.
Oh. Was that what just made a noise?
Yes, that was a mascot. Jay Moynihan's a remarkable sax player, but he's multi-dimensional musician. I've seen him play guitar. I've seen him play other forms of instruments involving the reed. And we're going to be giving him a call within 3 minutes. He actually has a gig tonight. He goes, could you call me a little bit earlier on Central Time? I was like, absolutely. So
tell him I said hello.
And well, we could say hello to him right now. If you got to split, though, that's all right.
I do have to split.
Jay Moynihan is getting a phone call here at allwnyradio.com. And like I said, you can listen to the Candyland Countdown here on Tuesdays at 6 o'clock, followed by Sippin' Scotch with Scat Jones. That's at 8 p.m. Tuesdays. You can access them also on Ustream. Noah's Ark is the flagship. I call it the flagship show for WNYradio.com because he is I call him the CEO. You can see how he handles that compliment. And followed by myself and Thomas Loop at 8 p.m. Heard Wednesdays here at allwnyradio.com. I'm giving you some subliminal messages, allwnyradio.com, allwnyradio.com. And I'm dialing up Jay, and I want to thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
This is awesome.
Via Skype, by the way. Brought to you by the letter O, number 3.
Hello?
Jay Moynihan, how's it going, man?
How's it going, Thomas?
Hey, I have Allie Critelli with me. She wants to say something.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, Allie?
Very good, very good. I got a split, but I just wanted to be able to say hello to you.
Which explains why I'm calling at 8:58 Eastern Standard Time.
I like that.
All right. Hey, man, you got a gig coming up. Where is it? How is it? What's going on?
What we got going on this weekend is we're playing at it's actually a jazz, it's a sort of slash jazz club steakhouse. It's a place called Pete Miller's, and it's a place up in Evanston, Illinois. And, we're going to rock the house Thursday through Sunday.
Jay Moynihan. Jay, man, you've been in town for a few weeks here in the Western New York area. Paid us all a visit. Describe what that has been like. You basically toured out here. How many gigs, how many shows, how'd it go for you?
Well, the experience is always good, playing with great people and surrounding yourself with great people, especially someone like Allie. I mean, she's got chops of steel over there, even when she's sick. sounds like she's not sick. I couldn't sing like that even on my best day.
Oh, thanks, Jay.
Is that explaining why you're drinking the tea?
Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
That's a good image, too.
But, yeah, I mean, playing with cats like Jamie and Bruce and all those guys and Dave Thurman and,
Yeah.
it's always a great experience with those guys. They all bring a different flavor and a little different taste to things. And, I played 4 or 5 shows.
Yeah. Still there, man? We're going to give Jay a call back in a couple of minutes here. We're going to have his cell phone recover. Just lost reception here at allwnyradio.com. Allie Critelli, thank you so much for coming out. And
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me. There was a cat on my lap.
yes, that was a cat on her lap. Tristan, I believe, who can't hear.
Aw.
Here, kitty. Here, kitty. I'm going to redial again. Poor guys.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thank you.
Hope to be back again soon.
Yes, you're always back. You're always invited back here.
All right.
We'll give Jay a call back.
Thomas.
Sorry, my man. One of us got dropped, and I have like this big gash on my forehead right now on Ustream. So, that's a bad joke. Anyway, the signal was lost. We're back together again. You were explaining what was going on. Where?
Yeah, just playing with the different groups was, I think, such a great time. Every setting was a different setting, different atmosphere. One was a full group, a 4-piece. One was a 2-piece. One was a 3-piece. And then we had the last one, which was a great one with Allie. So, So everything was a different flavor the whole time I was there, which always makes it interesting.
Jay, tonight's show. You're
What?
You're playing tonight's show shortly. What time is it? The location, the place. We are being we're being streamed live here, and World Wide Web. Where is it at? Location. Plug away the business.
Tonight is what you would consider, what we would all consider as musicians, as a society gig. It's sort of a private event for some corporate people. And I'm playing at a nice Westin Hotel big ballroom, grand ballroom.
Nice.
And we're going to play 3 sets and knock it out.
Jay Moynihan here at allwnyradio.com. The Thomas Loop Heard Wednesdays. Are you coming back to Western New York?
Oh, of course. I'm going to be there back in the middle of April. Matter of fact, I'm going to be playing 2 places with Jamie Hoka.
Yes.
Going to be playing on the 17th of April, which is a Tuesday night, at the Honey's Restaurant in Amherst.
Yes.
And then going to be playing on the 19th at the Wagon Wheel. Well, that's going to be a full group, and that's going to be a throwdown with me, Jamie Hoka, Corey, and Jim Wynn. So it should be a really good show.
Jamie Hoka, I know you're Jamie Hoka, Tim Wynn. I'm thinking of the basketball player. Jimmy Wynn, the bass player. He's outstanding. Corey Kurtz,
unbelievable. Yeah.
Drummer.
Skeletor fingers.
Yeah, yes, it is Skeletor fingers. That's crazy stuff he does. Can't even do that on the guitar with 6 strings. Then you got Jay Moynihan here on the sax. And any other instrument. He plays guitar. What other instruments can you play, right, by the way? Because I've seen you play guitar.
All the saxophones, of course, a lot of the woodwinds, flute, clarinet, bass clarinet.
Yeah.
4 saxophones, piano, guitar, and a little bit of bass. I've been known to play some bass gigs in the last couple years, and I don't think I've ever played any gigs on drums, but, I'm pretty bad on drums, but it's always fun beating on things, so,
Speaking of beating and swinging sticks, there were some pictures of you golfing. How was that? And I mean, you went out in Western New York and you golfed before you headed out?
I got a little bit of golf in as soon as I got back into Chicago.
Nice.
With my parents, and shot my first round of the year, and man, what great exercise, great time with the family, and great time hanging outside, in this unbelievably seasonable weather, right?
Unbelievable. Jay Moynihan with me here at allwnyradio.com. Pressing him for time. He's got a show coming up within the hour. right in the area of Chicago, Illinois. Thank you so much for your time, man.
You got it, Thomas. Thanks a lot, buddy. The prognosticator of musical love. You're the man. Thanks, buddy.
Take care, man. Jay Moynihan here at allwnyradio.com. We're going to get right into it. They played the Templeton Landing here in Buffalo, New York. Come together here to version with Ellie Critelli, Jamie Holk on guitar, and Jay Moynihan on the sax. You're going to hear this incredible exchange between all three elements. ladies and gentlemen, that was Jamie Holka on guitar. And Jay Moynihan on the sax, along with Allie Critelli, who is my guest here at allwnyradio.com. The Thomas Loop heard Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Podcast will be out toward the weekend for iTunes, along with FeedBurner. It's great to be back. Noah's Ark can be heard Wednesdays at 6 p.m. He's the flagship show before me. And on Tuesdays, you can hear Jim Candytree and Scotty Harrington. Candyland Countdown, and they've won the Hard Rock Rising contest over the week, and their chances for playing in London have greatly increased tenfold. They're members of the Whiskey Reverb. Following that, Scat Jones and Sippin' Scotch heard 8 p.m. All highly recommended, all on allwnyradio.com. I'm going to go back into some more tracks here. Play another Beatles cover here at allwnyradio.com by the same trio, Jamie Holka. If you look on YouTube, it's Holka, Critelli, Moynihan. I'm just going to let it jam out for you. Yes. Oh, yeah. What is up?
This is not a comfortable place to sit. That's what's up. How do you make people sit at the end of this table? There's nowhere to put your legs.
Just, I offer every seat in the house except my own. And then, that's it.
My goodness. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. I'm doing good. How are you?
Very well. Exceedingly well.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to conclude the show, man. It's like good timing here. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it went very well. Good to be back here, too, man.
Allie was great. I was checking out some of her videos with Among Us. Very cool.
Crazy, isn't it?
Very cool, man. The whole Among Us I wish that Allie was still here because I was going to ask her actually a couple questions about it.
Yeah.
The whole Among Us project, and it's kind of an amoeba, and it changes over time, and it's really just Robbie at the core of it. It's kind of like the Eels, where E is at the core of it, and it's just a rotating cast of musicians around him. You know what I mean? Every album's got all different guys, but it's all it's E at the center of it, writing the songs. I wonder if Among Us is kind of like that, where Robbie's writing all the songs and rotating cast of musicians comes in.
As Lee Corso says, not so fast, my friend.
Okay.
The singers write the tunes. And
The singers write the tunes. Really?
Yep, it was mentioned earlier. Yep.
That's very interesting.
Well, yeah, I didn't really get into the Robbie Takek element. I wanted to know what Allie, went through for the listeners.
Sure.
And not so much around Mr. Takek and his great, accomplishments and all that. And it just came out of her. Yeah, they wrote the songs. Singers wrote the tunes. It was a multi-project because there were a couple other singers involved and all that. It was pretty cool.
That's very singer-friendly.
Yes. Noah's Ark heard Wednesdays, the flagship show of allwnyradio.com at 6 p.m. I have Noah with me here on Ustream Live.
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
How'd the show go?
Today the show was quite extraordinary. Joe and myself managed to lay waste to entire villages scattered across the Russian steppe.
It's incredible, man. Hey, man, I want you to listen to this.
Okay.
All right, I edited some video.
Let me switch to a different pair of headphones.
Yes.
These ones don't work very well.
All right. There's an exchange here.
These ones work fantastic.
Yes, you can hear my hoarse voice perfectly.
That's what happens at allwesternnewyorkradio.com, ladies and gentlemen. If one doesn't work, you just go to the next one, and you keep moving till you find one that works, and bam.
This is unbelievable.
Headphones. I'm just talking about headphones.
I know. I'm just laughing.
That's what happens. We've got a lot of headphones down here, and most of them don't work. These ones. There's at least 4 pairs of headphones on this table that don't work. I don't know why they're all still here. I don't run this place. Oh, wait, I do? Oh, shit.
There was a sax player I met.
A sax player.
Years ago.
It was Germany, and it was
back in
it was
1951 and
1520.
post World War II.
Back pre-Reformation.
Harry Carey here.
Harry Carey. If Martin Luther was made of a Bible, would you worship him?
Would you still call him Lutheran?
Okay, so continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
So
Fantastic.
this guy, Jay Moynihan, Niagara Wheatfield High School product accountant, Sanborn, New York, decides, I want to make a career out of music. Jumps plane, goes to Boston, gets his degree from Berkeley, creates his whole new spectrum of music through the sax.
Nice.
Goes for jazz.
Sax man.
Yes. Plays with Buddy Guy for 7 years.
Buddy Guy.
Yes,
Legend.
7 years. Buddy Guy, man. He's still out in Chicago now, Jay Moynihan.
Yep.
Okay. Play with John Mayer because he's a Berkeley guy.
Cool.
Joe Satriani, Steve Vai.
Wow.
B.B. King. Okay.
No shit.
Story goes back September. I start to sing in Honeys, the acoustic thing, and as it's going on, I get a call like toward the months. I'm playing weekly at this gig here, and Honeys is located, by the way, in Niagara Falls, New York, and as well as Amherst.
Military Road at
That
the
is
fashion
correct.
outlets.
They're moving right off the 190, by the way. But as we continue, since we're on the World Wide Web, I'd like to be specific.
Sure.
I get a call toward December, January, and it's an old friend of mine, and she said, I have a guy coming. My boyfriend's coming in. Will you let him jam with him? Like, absolutely. I didn't even think twice, and it turns out it was Jay Moynihan on the sax.
Wow.
So now we're squeezing this guy in to a pub section of it, and the next thing I know, whenever he's in town, he's playing gigs with us. And we're all humbled. We're all musicians and all that. We've been around the block. And then a guy, of that stature, and it comes in and starts playing. Jamie Holka, fast forward it. Jamie Holka comes in here in October, I believe. I had him on and jams along, and he was he's in the same age rate. Jay's a little older than I am. I'm 36. He's toward 40, and I don't want to cheat on your age, buddy, if you're listening. He's got a gig going on in Chicago, actually almost within a half hour from now, and I just impulsively decided to call because Jamie went to Berkeley briefly, and the Berkeley guys, and I just said, I just triggered, and I made a phone call, and Jay picked up, and then they connected, and then they connected, and then had several gigs a few months afterward.
How funny.
How funny. I think it's damn cool. Which is why I want you to listen to this.
That is awesome.
You're going to hear an exchange. Cool. This was a cover of Eleanor Rigby. The Beatles, Eleanor Rigby. I know it's not your favorite band, but when you hear this jam, you're going to want to get down.
Not my favorite, but it's one way to say it.
Yeah. You're going to want to get down.
Okay.
Because when you hear this exchange, you're going to hear two trained musicians. And I'm not trained. I don't know if you're trained.
Can I interject before you play it just to say that actually, as much as I'm not a fan of the Beatles, which is true,
right.
we spent probably half of the arc tonight talking about the Beatles.
Right.
And Paul McCartney. And Joe basically convinced me that Paul McCartney did die in 1966.
Oh.
I'm convinced. I tell you what, go to facebook.com/Noah's Ark Show.
Yeah.
And you click on the link.
And they
look at the pictures, and you tell me.
And if either of them are well, how the hell do they record with Michael Jackson? That's what I want to know.
That's the fake Paul McCartney.
Yeah. Did Eddie Van Halen play with Michael Jackson?
Eddie Van. Wait.
And Beat It. That's what I want to know. I'm like.
You're taking this to a whole different place.
Yes,
I don't know about
You're
that,
welcome,
man. Eddie Van Halen?
Yes, Beat It. Listen
No,
to the
I don't
guitar
think
solo.
so.
Listen to Beat It and listen to the guitar solo.
Uncredited? No way.
Eddie Van Halen.
No way.
Credited. Listen to this. Listen to this. We can speak on this.
Let's hear for Jake and Jamie, everybody. It's our beautiful couple dancing.
The master on the sax.
You hear that?
That's beautiful.
It's Jamie Holka on the guitar. I'll post this up on the Facebook site.
enjoying yourselves.
That, my friend, was in Buffalo, New York. That was in Buffalo, New York.
Where?
Templeton Landing. At
You
Erie
gotta be
Basin.
shitting me.
That was this past Friday. I did all the film. I did all the videos for it. I'll post it on your pages and all that stuff.
Dude,
It
you
was-
gotta let me know when stuff like that's
It was,
happening.
it was incredible.
I want to be
Those
there.
three guys, yeah.
I work across the water,
Yes.
literally.
I put
from
in
Templeton
I ran a lot
I-
of miles in that marina.
I work 100 yards from Templeton
Isn't that
Landing.
crazy?
Yeah. Yeah,
it was,
man.
It was insane.
Ah, Templeton Landing. They do live music there
yes,
like
they
that?
do. Like that.
They got
Yes,
they
and-
got the right idea then.
Two Templeton Place in Buffalo, New York,
Yeah.
right inside the Erie Basin Marina,
Yeah,
Templeton
yeah, that's
Landing.
right. The Erie
the
Basin
first time
Marina,
I've ever
yeah.
been there, and I used
That's
to
where
when
I
I was
work.
when I was at Buffalo State as a student and as an athlete and as a coach. I used to run a lot of miles along the arena, and I didn't know what the hell the place
Sure.
was. And I finally stopped over with the camera, and I was like, because Jay was there and Jamie was there, and I wanted to
Yeah.
make sure I saw Jay and Jamie together jamming for once before Jay headed back to Chicago.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Do you know what how it made? You know what how it made it? You know, like everything, like sort of like spawned and like how it created itself, how it happened was because of that right there, that sign. All WNYRadio.com because I had
Come
Jamie
on.
right here. I called Jason Moynihan, and then they got connected. Look at that.
Oh, well, that's beautiful, man.
Yes.
That is
That's how it works here. Isn't that
Ah.
crazy?
Tommy, I tell you what, after a string of a lot of bad news for all Western New York radio for the past couple of weeks, that's the best thing I've heard in a long time, man. It really is. That really is.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. That was a really great jam, and
Well, they'll be
God
more
damn
on their
it!
site.
If allwesternnewyorkradio.com had anything to do with bringing that jam together, God bless you, my
I mean,
friend.
it happened in this room. It happened
God
in this
bless
room.
you, Tommy.
I mean, us. I mean, because this is how teams work. All right. We were discussing the team concept with the Buffalo Bills. You have to pardon me. I've had a cold and I'm on,
Yeah,
like,
no,
sinus
me too.
meds.
Everybody's sick.
I've
It's
got a
okay.
hoarse voice, so I'm gonna trip over myself occasionally. But what happened was we were talking about it. Like the NFL has basically gone into this NCAA mode because the salary cap. You have X
Right.
amount of dollars to spend with. You have this limitation. If you had this under the cap, you can get this guy for this time, but not for this long.
Right.
So when they had the opportunity to get Mario Williams, we were discussing it earlier. They sat him down. They explained to him. They had Russ Brandon was planted into the ideal position other than general manager. He's COO still. COO there?
CEO.
CEO now.
Yep.
Okay. But he was the general manager before everything, the new regime came in.
He was the general manager before
Yes.
Marv.
Yes. Yes. And then
And I think that he screwed it up sufficiently that Ralph was
Yeah,
like,
Hank
we need a
Bolo.
football guy to
Yeah,
be the
Hank Bolo.
GM. Yeah.
and Brandon's such an outstanding marketing guy.
Hank Bolo.
Yeah, Hank Bolo. He had Hank Bolo and Kay Stevenson those years. If that's Russ Brandon, those were the years he had him. That's why he said he screwed up.
Oh,
before
wait.
Marv Levy got there. Those
You're
were the two
talking about
coaches.
you're talking about the 70s.
80s, early 80s up until 84.
I'm talking about Russ Brandon, the current CEO.
Yes, but he said before. You said before Marv Levy. Marv Levy got there
Yeah.
in 86.
No, but you're talking about Marv Levy as head coach.
Oh, he said he was there.
I'm talking about Marv Levy as general manager.
Oh, okay.
Which
It's
was
GM.
2007, 2008.
But that doesn't matter.
That's
At this point.
yeah. Just to clarify.
Yes.
Just to clarify.
Yes. But he was put there for a reason, and now we're all figuring it out because now
Right.
we're seeing his
That's true.
strengths. So you had this guy market the town. That's his job.
Yep.
It's for the players. So he had.
He's great at it.
And
Great job.
And I'm going to rewind. If you ever noticed when Dick Duran was the head coach.
Oh,
if
he
you
was
looked,
a corpse.
If you looked on the list, everybody was a local. So nobody knew what the hell to do with the football players. So he brought in the guys in from out of town. That it starts from top down, not bottom up. It starts from top down. It's weird. This is weird, the NFL. But it's a team concept. When they sat down Mario Williams, and I realized, like, toward the second night, I was, like, already calling it. Like, he's signing. And we're all, like, jaded Buffalo guys, fans. By the way, St. Bonaventure in the Sweet 16.
That's awesome. Congratulations to the Bonnie's ladies. I was sorry to see
Tim
I
Wynn went
am.
there.
I-
Who scorched Kentucky.
I was there when they were in the tourney against Kentucky. That was a very painful game, actually. It
He
was
was
triple
incredible.
overtime, and
He was incredible that
we
game.
lost in triple overtime. But I'll tell you what, that was an exciting day, and
He-
I was so excited to see Bonaventure get back to the tourney after the whole scandal and the sanctions and
Yeah.
everything. And they were able to turn that program around very quickly for such a very, very small school.
And they
God
hired the right guy.
fucking bless them. And they're St. Bonaventure, so God
Yeah.
bless them.
Yeah.
And yeah, Nicholson's a beast. That guy's going to the NBA,
yeah.
and God bless him as well, because
The
he's,
women's made the Sweet 16.
I'm just I
know you're
I know
center.
I diverted
it's
to the
okay,
men's. I
because
had
I've
to,
been doing it the whole time.
I had to divert to the men's team for a second
It's
just to give
okay.
my eulogy on them, because I
Right,
was
right,
so
right.
excited about them, and I'm
The-
so
the control.
disappointed that they lost by 3 points to Florida State.
Yeah.
But I'm so proud of them for putting up such a good show. And I would say at the end of that game that Andrew Nicholson tried to make somebody else the hero, and that was his only mistake. Is he should have just been the hero, because Nicholson, you're the hero, dude. Nobody
Bob
else
Lanier?
was gonna do it. You tried to make everybody else the hero, and nobody else was gonna sink that shot, bro.
Team.
He was. He's
Team.
a team fucking player, dude. But Bonaventure beats Florida State if he's a
Yes.
little bit selfish in that
Yes.
last minute
Yes.
of the game. So
The system.
that's nothing against Nicholson. I'm giving him total credit
right.
for being a team player, and that's awesome. But sometimes, Nicholson, you got to know when you're the best player on the court. You were the best player on the court. You took over that game, and you should have won the game. And that's okay that you didn't, because I can't argue against trying to be a team player and losing. You know what? Because you tried to be a team
Yep.
player, and that was an awesome way to do it.
Good.
Nicholson's a great player, and he's got a great career ahead of him.
That's right.
As for the women of Bonaventure,
First time ever in a tournament.
fucking
This is insane.
dominate, ladies. You're going, baby. Let's
You
do
got
it. Don't slow down now. Taking all the
Take
fucking
the
away.
road to UConn,
Fuck
man.
Baylor. You're gonna annihilate. All right. Forget about the guys. All right. That's a different. It's a whole different thing. The ladies of Bonaventure, I say just keep it going, baby. Keep it going.
Hey, you remember the trade for Cody Hodgson, right?
I'm pulling for him. I really am.
2 goals tonight. Sabres win 3-0 over Montreal.
Did they?
Got the report just now.
Awesome. All right. Where
2
are we at?
goals.
We're still in ninth. What are we?
They won.
three-
You just
3
have to
points
keep
back?
winning. You can't look at the standings. You
You're
just
right.
have to keep winning.
Every time we've had a chance to go into 8th place, we've lost that game.
Yes, and that's the mentality on Western New York, and it's
Stop
changing.
thinking about it. Stop
Just
thinking about it.
Stop thinking about it, because as soon as, like we were talking about, Mario Williams. That's right. He's not even thinking about that.
I'm thinking about whiskey.
That's right. It's Christmas in March. AllWNYRadio.com here to Thomas Loop.
Yes.
It's 9:36 Eastern Time. We've had a great show.
A great show.
Great show.
Tommy, you put together all-star broadcasts on a regular basis that always impress me, sir, and I can't thank you enough.
I can't thank this guy enough either. I was referred to him by the founder of it, Scott Leffler. Again, the team concept. Jamie Hoka, Jay Moynihan, Ali Critelli, who was here from that gig on Friday at Templeton Landing in Buffalo,
All
New York.
great. All talents.
Just incredible.
On the Thomas Loop, you're only going to deal with talent. That's all you're going to hear. You're not going to have anything less. You're going to have talents. And it may be from sports. It may be from music. It may be from God only knows what.
God only knows what.
But
was
when you
tonight.
have somebody on the loop, they're going to be a talent. And I applaud you for that, sir. And
Thanks,
that makes a great radio show.
Well, that makes a great radio station. The whole effort, the whole conglomerate of the shows. You have Jim Candytree and Scotty Harrington that won the members of the whiskey. What's that? You're cringing. You're cringing. What's that?
No.
Oh, the what's that? I don't care.
The Candyland Countdown had a strange ending last night. I'm not
Oh, it's
really
okay.
sure what happened.
Okay, that's all right.
Tristan's pretty much talking about it now.
Oh, don't cry. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. You have Scat Jones, probably the most consistent of all of us, right? Scat Jones.
Scat, absolutely very consistent. Scat will not be with us for the next couple months.
Okay. So this is what's going on here. Okay. No, it's all right. It's all right. We're gonna air it out here.
I
This
just
is
think
good.
that's
This
funny.
is a great show.
It's funny that you say he's
not
the
fun.
most. Yes, but he's not going to be here for the next 6 weeks.
And
So
they have the flagship here.
no, the man Scat. He's doing a play. And he'll be
signed
out
on?
doing that for a while.
Cool.
I would totally plug it right now, but I can't ever remember the name of it. It's Tina's.
Oh, and something's wedding.
Yeah.
look it
Thank you. Thank you.
look it up.
Tina and somebody's wedding.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm taking care of it.
I believe that it's at the Knack.
Don't-
And
don't plug until we're accurate.
yeah, let's get it accurate. But the Scat Man, I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, from my
He's
experience
awesome,
with
dude.
him, he's a fantastic actor, and you would be
And
privileged.
a dude, fantastic dude.
Yes, totally fantastic dude, and you would be privileged to go and see him in any play, especially Tina and
It's okay.
somebody else's
okay.
wedding. He was describing it to me actually,
It
and it sounds
happens.
like
It happens.
within the play there's a lot of improv, which is really cool.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of improv.
Okay, here we go. They start with tease.
Okay.
March 31st show of
Yes.
Tony and Tina's wedding
Tony and Tina's wedding, that's it.
at the Echo Club in Niagara Falls, New York,
Echo
USA.
Club. There we go. Thank you for accuracy.
We got to report the news as it
That's right.
happens.
Thank you, Tommy. I was ready to report it was called Tina's fucking bar mitzvah.
That's
at the
right.
Knack. And it was happening
Brought to you by
June
Irishman.
June 78th. June 78th, 4017.
Yeah, that's right.
It'll be at
After
4.
the timeline had been not passed for Facebook after 3 millenniums.
It'll be at 14:17 a.m.
Yes.
And the world will
Non-military
have
time.
collided with planet Nibiru
Neptune.
beyond then.
Nibiru? Nibiru. We'll go Nibiru.
No, Tony and Tina's wedding.
Yes.
The Scat Man has to take some time off from sipping scotch with Scat Jones and Cornelius and the Human. They will not be in for the next about 6 weeks, I believe.
All right.
6 months or 6 weeks to 2 months, as he rehearses and and performs the show
Nibiru.
from Nibiru, from the planet X that will collide in 2012. So it doesn't really matter. The world is ending, and I love you all.
But you know what? I'm gonna
Scatman's great, and Candyland Countdown is also great. I hope they will be back next week. I have my fingers crossed. I'm not really sure what happened this week.
We will get something out of this right now.
Okay. USA!
The crossover. The crossover dribble. The crossover dribble here.
Oh, yes.
The Guile theme. We're going to conclude the show after I correct.
It was very abrupt. You got to fade the Guile theme,
No,
man.
I want
You
to.
gotta fade that
there's
out.
some intent. There's some intent, as I quote Keith.
All right.
As I quote Keith Morrison.
Fair enough.
There is some intent, Keith Morrison of Dateline.
In Tom we trust.
Or is there?
I'm not going to speculate.
don't
I
even
can't.
know. Or is he?
It's out of my pay
I
grade.
don't even know. Dateline.
I don't even own this
Where-
station.
Where do you date?
I'm just, I don't even know who any of you are.
Or does he?
What are we doing here?
We're concluding the show.
All right.
We're gonna do
Fantastic.
we're gonna do something else here. We're gonna. I'm in the mood for some Michael Jackson. Check this out. Check
I am
this
as
out.
well, yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Let's see if Eddie's in there. I don't think
want
he
to.
is.
I want to thank Ellie Critelli who came out. She's working right now. She goes. "Oh, I can
Thank
get
you,
it."
Allie. You're talented. You're hot. You're on the verge of stardom.
And she sacrificed an hour of work time to come out here to go.
She did?
Yes, she did. That
Good
was
girl.
Yes.
Very, very. Thank you, Allie.
Everything will be posted on her page, Ellie Critelli. Look her up on Facebook. It's ALICRITELLI. That's a great Irish name, Italian.
Irish?
I'm Ron Burgundy. I want to thank Greg Bauk for he had an event tonight. Greg Bauk gave us some time. Another guy gave us some time.
Indeed.
Dick Beardsley, one of the greatest marathoners
Dick
in history.
Beardsley. Awesome. Always great on the Thomas Loop.
That's right. That's right. Jay Moynihan, right before a gig. I mean, I had these guys pressed for time. Give me a call at this time. We could do do it.
Awesome.
We can do it. We can do it. And I'm pounding my fist so you can hear it on the mics.
Awesome.
And now we get to conclude the show. And the man, Noah, over here. I'm Thomas Loop, known as Tom Proctor.
Yes.
In some sort of normal life and planet Arubia.
Arubion.
Was it Rubion? Oh, is that a moon that circles the planet Neptune?
That was Nibiru.
Oh, Nibiru.
Yes.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
on a collision course.
Yes.
We'll get there. Don't worry.
You ever see the movie Melancholy?
Nope.
Melancholia? It's the most
No.
depressing movie I've ever seen. Kiefer Sutherland or whatever.
That sounds depressing.
It was kind
Melancholy.
of cool, actually. I wanted to
All right.
walk in front of a few metro buses out here in the NFTA.
You know what? Every day when I wait for the metro train, I think about jumping in front of it.
Yes,
I
because
do.
it was going at a slow rate of speed.
I know. I wonder if it
wonder
would kill
how
me.
the law of physics would work with that.
I know that the metro train can only go 20 miles an hour when it's above ground. And I wonder if even going 20, if it could really hurt you that bad. But when you're standing next to it and when it's flying by at 20, it seems like it probably could.
Hit you and hurt you.
Yeah. That could do
Well,
some damage.
you know what? I wonder how the way it would make me feel here in allwnyradio.com. Thomas Lupern Wednesdays here.
Just hold me, baby, and I'm in ecstasy. I'll be working from 9 to 5. To buy you things just to keep you by my side. You'll never been so love before. Just promise, baby, you'll love me forevermore. Let me keep you satisfied. 'Cause you're the one for me, the way you're making me feel. You're really turning me on. Knock me off of my feet now, babe. Lonely days are gone. Ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business. Ain't nobody's business but me and my Never been so in love before. Just promise me you'll love me forevermore. I swear I'll keep you satisfied. 'Cause you're the one for me, the way you're making me feel. You're really turning me on. Always lift me up on my feet now, babe. Lonely days are gone. The way you're making me feel, you really turning me up now, babe. Knock me off of my feet. Lonely days are gone. The way you're making me feel, the way you're making me feel, the way you're making me Thank you. Little Michael Jackson.